It is July 26th. It's a Thursday. Today's supposed to be the hottest day we've seen this year, about 105 degrees. We are not used to that. Hopefully the wheat pulls through today. It's also supposed to be windy. And we haven't gotten rain in a while. It's been a little humid, but nothing really substantial, I think. So today we are delivering bags to customers and making notes about what we need to do in the next week or so before harvest. So I'm all done with hay stuff. Well, I'll go and rake later, but for the most part, I'm done with hay. Just gotta finish the ditches and Joel's on that.
So there's several ways of doing this. According to the DOT, you have to hook your strap underneath onto the main rail. They don't want you hooking on your push guard because they think it can get tore away. That this can get tore away. However, if your strap gets loose, this thing can come off like this going down the road if it would get loose. If you do it the way the old truckers do it, they wrap it around the edge and into here. So no matter how loose this strap would ever get, you'd never lose a strap. I like it this way. And this is not going to tear off.
Something that might sound ridiculous that I do is I always check if the outlets in trucks work, because you never know, and then I can gauge how much I can be on my phone without killing it, because when I record everything it kills my phone. So I'm gonna check that right now and hopefully it works. July 30th, officially day 0 of harvest. So I'm calling it day 0 because I've seen a couple other people call like day 0 of planting or harvest or whatever. The day that we're testing stuff out, getting familiar with new equipment, seeing what moisture is doing, calibrating machines. That means I am gonna be the first grain cart in the field. So I'm gonna go start my tractor up. Here, I'll show you guys the setup. Here is the Two Mean 9RX grain cart and machines for this year. Matt normally has tire tractors, but we switched it to being on a 9RX this year. And then I have the wide track. This is the new to the farm since last year. We did some high-speed disking with it. I ran it for sunflower harvest. We're gonna turn this on, let it heat up a little bit. I'm gonna go drop some twine. Woo! I'm gonna go drop off some twine for the baler while that heats up, and I hope everything runs, because I honestly have had no part in getting equipment ready. Tristan and Matt have been doing all that, and then like in June, it feels so long ago, but in June they hooked up grain carts because we just had nothing else to do, and we got new combines, so we didn't have to run combines through the shop. They still did, but it didn't take near as long to do that. And then this morning, the flies are insane. This morning I got the swather ready to go to auction, and so we will not be having that swather anymore. So sad, not. Here is some twine to go in that loader bucket, and the rest goes in the shop. So after I recorded all those videos, I proceeded to break the grain cart, the other one. I'm in the second grain cart right now. And then I came up here to the field that we're starting in. It's the first field of sunflower, well, it's the first field that we planted on sunflower stubble, so I think that does definitely contribute to it being ready. I'm not sure though, but it is already raining. And I'm not saying like raining. There's been a couple drops. It might go north of us, but this wheat definitely looks pretty good. So does the back window, full of, yeah, nasty. Anyway, now we are definitely getting some more droplets, and there was big thunder. So, yay, probably parking, woohoo. is August 1st. Day 0 of harvest turned into really a day 0 of harvest because we were waiting until tomorrow to really get a good start on things. I just saw that Hayden and 4G crew just got finished up down in Nebraska. They're headed up here tomorrow as well to start on harvest with us. We are currently delivering bags to customers, and we're gonna have a harvest safety briefing lunch today, just so everyone's on the same page. Everyone knows how to use things like the water truck. We get something lined out for who's gonna service equipment at what time. And then after that, we'll probably finish up some paperwork, maybe get the service truck rolling with all the tools we need in it. And then my grain cart still needs to get moved up after I broke it on Tuesday. So that is what the plan is today. Tomorrow we will get our headers into some wheat. So very excited. Every time we deliver bags to a farm, most of the time we have to unload them ourselves just because people are gone, there's stuff getting done, everyone's like in the middle of harvest or getting ready for it, all that stuff. So Craig gets to use basically a new forklift at every farm, or a skid steer or whatever they have. Also, I haven't filmed this for YouTube, but my boss ordered a couple truckloads with Ag with Emma on the bag. It doesn't have the logo, but it does have this on the box. And then on the bag, on the whole tube, it says Ag with Emma over and over and over again. So in earlier videos, I mentioned it was day 0 of harvest. Day 0-ish, we got combines calibrated so that their yield monitors were correct. These all are brand new combines, and they are S790s. So we ran
Tristan, you just want me to pick up where you left off?
We ran S680s last year, and we also have 2 9RXs on the carts. They are not the 9RX 830s. They are the 9RX 640s, I believe. I think. But mine is the wide track and Matt's is the normal stance tracks. So we have 4 790s. We'll have 2 770s running when 4G gets here tomorrow. Well, they're getting here today and tomorrow, unloading on Sunday, all that stuff. So then they will be up here with us. We're only cutting a couple hundred acres before they get up here because all this stuff up north is ready. Then we have to move back to the farm and then over to another place and then back all the way up north again. So it's kind of spread out just because of how we planted this spring, and hopefully everything will be okay and it won't rain all month. Now I'm waiting on a truck because I'm full, and we're gonna set up a bag because
No, I'm not split with yes.
waiting on trucks is not gonna work with how high this is yielding. It is a very good yield. Normally I don't talk about yield just because it's not my stuff. I won't talk about yield or acres during harvest just because they're not mine. So we are setting up a bag. We do have 3 trucks running, but that will only be 2. And then, yes. So with bagging and trucking, whenever the trucks are here, we fill the trucks. Whenever the trucks aren't here, we fill the bag. And then we just continuously roll all day, and that's how we get a lot of acres knocked out. normally when we put bags on, the combines are gonna be sitting. So especially when wheat is as good as it's been this first couple acres, it's gonna be a busy wheat harvest. It is so nice when one of the truck gets here and they line up with the bag. That takes the complication out of so many things because you just go straight from loading the truck, boom, in the bag. It is 3:49. We started at 10:30-ish and we just got done with the first field. The second field is over there. The stuff over there that they're combining now might be a little too green yet, but none of the guys have said anything about how wet it is, so I guess it might be okay, maybe. Definitely got a lot more done today than we thought we were going to, but we're running into green stuff and it's Friday, so we are gonna go park, let that stuff dry out over tomorrow, and then come back on Sunday and hit it again. So by the time we get this stuff done, I think 4G will be unpacked, and then we'll start down by the shop again on Monday if this stuff dries out like we want it to. Even if it doesn't, we'll just come get it later when we come back up north. So
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Matt just got done blowing off combines. It is the second day of harvest. The first day of harvest, we got 3.3% of the acres done that we seeded. So this morning we are blowing off combines. It's a little colder than we've been used to lately. So hopefully the wheat will still go, because normally when there's clouds in the sky, it's still a little tough and you gotta wait. But I don't think, with how the weather's been, that's normally like later on in the year. But every morning we service. You guys know the gist. But I opened my hood this morning to blow out the radiator and stuff. I'm gonna show you what the problem is. So this is like oily. That's not good. And then down in there, that's hydraulic oil. So there's some kind of leak somewhere. We're gonna turn on the tractor and see where it's coming from. But that, like, this is not normal. So we're just gonna have to figure this out, I guess. But check the oil, that's all good. Everything else is good to go. The service truck is coming up. But for right now, we're gonna figure out where this is leaking. I am missing my bungee. Well, the radiator issue, I blew it out and hopefully it's not leaking anymore. I did scoop a lot of that oil and dirt out of the bottom there where there was a pile of it, so we'll see if that keeps leaking. I haven't had any temperature issues so far. I'm surprised with how dirty that radiator was this morning. But now we are rolling. We have a couple 100 acres left in this field, and we're trying to not start another bag. We'll see how that goes because we only have a couple folds left, and then we'll probably try to truck the rest of it down.
I probably shouldn't go to the east side. I should follow you, Tristan. I mean, you could try, but I think we're in green over there already.